What up, y'all? I'm Freshcobar.
What's up? It's your boy Lavelle Dupree.
And we have the track breakdown of our new track with Erick Diaz featuring Rebecca Jade, Lick and Dip.
Lick and Dip. And what a story this is going to be.
Yeah, this one's pretty interesting because...
Very interesting.
There was a lot to this. This is one of those tracks... Wasn't made that long ago. The track's not that old. We started this back in September, and it all started one night when Lavelle was coming to the studio. I was here working, and I knew he was on his way. I think he was picking up some food on the way, and I started a drum...
tie, let's go.
You're gonna give him a plug?
Give him a plug. There you go. You know.
I think he was picking up some food along the way from our normal spot.
Yeah.
I started a drum beat and a bass line.
Sick bass line. You're gonna love it.
And he came up, and I was like, he had the food in his hand, and I'm like, yo, check this out.
And it was fire. Nothing but fire. You know, it's a little bit more, it was basic. We kind of added all the elements, more of the drums and stuff like that. But, you know, we didn't finish it, not even to what it is now. And I'll let Freddie get back to that.
Yeah, I mean, it was a late session, so we worked through the night and got the groove down, got the bass line down, programmed the sound of the bass. From there, added, like he said, all the percussion, and then put it to rest for that night. I continued to work on it probably through the week and built out all of the synths, but got stuck on vocals. Really just hit a brick wall.
Happens a lot.
I was digging and pulling my hair out over this one for vocals. So I remember how this all went down exactly to the T. I went to see my friend Myron Eugene play a set, and I walked into the venue. It was a little bit late at night, maybe close to 12, close to midnight. I run into a friend. We hadn't seen each other in a while. We go outside and talk, and as we're talking, some guy just comes up to her and starts talking, and he said something like, I want to give you a lick and dip, or I want to do a lick and dip. And so I immediately just had a light bulb in my head, and I'm like, that's it. That's the song name. And looking at my Mac note, it says 9/13/2025.
There you go.
Yeah, and that right there is how the vocal idea came about. So I started writing lyrics to it, and I called my friend Rebecca, and I said, hey, I got this song.
Rebecca Jade.
Yeah, we've been working on a lot of sync licensing music together. We've been banging out tons of tracks for that. And I had been asking her if she wants to get back on some of the house records, because she was on some of our older Serum stuff.
Yeah, at the beginning. Yeah, man.
Way back in the day.
Been with us for a while. She's amazing.
She is amazing. And so from her coming into the studio one day to work on the sync projects, I showed her the track, and she took it home with her. She came the next day to work on more of the sync stuff, and we knocked this out. So she came in with the Take My Hand, and I had the whole lick and dip idea, but it needed to be finished. So we sat down, finalized the lick and dip lyrics, and she's so good, we recorded it within 45 minutes. And then from there, I took it, mixed it, turned the end of her into a robot, and that's the story of the lick and dip.
There you go. Now we're gonna give you a track breakdown of this so you can understand exactly about the robot, the synths, and you get a little taste of it. So you can go out and download it. When is it coming out? November 19th, right?
November 19th.
Boom.
So make sure to check it out.
Yep.
It'll be out November 19th.
Yep, on all platforms, everywhere.
Erick Diaz, Freshcobar, Lavelle Dupree,
yes, sir.
Featuring Rebecca Jade, Lick and Dip. Let's get into the track breakdown.
Let's do it.
Okay, here's the track, and on the left you have the extended, and on the right you have the radio version. I'm just gonna go ahead and play kind of the meat of the track when the bass line hits for you. And I'll give you a little bit of the breakdown.
Not finding this vocal on Splice.
No Splice vocal.
Nope. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm kind of a little Do you wanna go? So that's what Rebecca wrote when she actually, I think I was wrong. She didn't take that home. She came up with that on the spot. Like right when she heard the beat, that's what she heard.
Do you want to go?
Yeah, take my hand. Do you want to go?
Yeah, it's awesome.
And so, I had the lick and dip.
I'm here for the lick and dip. Slow it down to take a sip. Feel the rhythm on my lips. Tonight's the vibe. Let's take a trip.
Well, you really captured how that guy felt, huh?
Bassline heavy, make it flip. Closer, closer, don't you slip.
I don't know if he was talking about her or if he was talking about something he wanted to do, like
To her?
maybe make a trip to the bathroom real quick. I don't know. But
Whoa.
it gave me the song idea, and that is what you hear.
Yeah.
So starting out,
Thanks for that inspiration, buddy, whoever you are.
I have no idea who that guy is.
No.
All right, so drums are pretty basic. There's not much going on. As I was saying, the bass line was really what makes this thing. So this was the bass line without the top. And I think this is what I had when Lavelle showed up. I didn't have all the extra drums, so it probably sounded something like maybe just a hi-hat, like something like this.
Yeah, super simple. Yeah.
It was just like that, and he showed up. So we kind of fleshed in the top loop and some of this percussion that you hear, the shakers, and obviously this top bass. So these sounds were all designed. Let's see, this bass sound here, I'm gonna loop up a little section. This is from Serum 2, and it's me kind of mimicking the Chris Lake Toxic bass. I have my own spin on it. I made it a little wider. And I used some saturation. I then added this roar. It's an Ableton plugin, and it's just a Ableton preset, the bass crunch. Well, kind of what I did though, this was on another session when I was working on the synths, and I put in all this automation, and this is what gives that sound. You hear the little spike, and then you hear it drop. So that's all just automation, changing the bass line, changing the movement, changing the sonics. You could see the envelopes changing, this spike from the roar, and that's just, there's a little filter there. That's just giving the track more character and making it change over time. From there, I have this top bass, which this one is me emulating like a Mao P type sound. So what this one sounds like. So yeah, this is a simple sawtooth wave. It's got this phase filter. All it's doing is the automation is just adjusting the filter cutoff. So it's just kind of gradually just rolling along. And you see it increasing there. And it's just giving the top character. So here you don't hear it at all because it's filtering up. Here it's much higher, and then it just gets higher and higher before this breakdown. So these kinds of movements just keep the bass line extremely interesting and don't make the listener get bored. From there, we added this lead. This lead's kind of just like a top. Let's see what we did here. I didn't put a whole lot of EQ. I just really focused on crafting these sounds to fit. This is just another saw. So it's a lot of sawtooths in this track. Here's a Reese that I played just to give this thing character. And even though you don't see a lot of effects here, there may be effects over here. As you can see on this one, this lead has quite a lot of effects. So it may not look like much over here, but there might be stuff going on in the synth. That being said, let's turn on some of these instruments. This sound right here is from my Prophet over here to the left, piece of hardware that I've had for quite some time. So you can see that I recorded the MIDI here and I printed the audio. There's just a little end strike. And yeah, that's a little, let's see, this Serum is just a, you have these plucks. So these are made up of two sounds. Now you can see that I did do some processing here. This is just FM squares. So frequency modulation to create this first one. The second one is giving it a little bit more of like the tonal characteristic. And this is just a preset that I had. I might have modified it slightly. I can't remember. But from there, there's a pad. Let's play this. And this pad looks like this. This is one of my sounds. I probably designed it for this song. And I know we are due for a sample pack soon, so I might need to dig through all my Serum presets and make something for you guys.
Nice. There you go.
Here we have a little lead. So this is just a stock Juno preset under the French house. And you can see that it's filtering. Same thing, cutoff frequency, resonance. Resonance increases down here, so you can hear. That's what that sounds like. But let's play this section. You don't hear it much here, but you see with everything put together now, it's really starting to come to life. You know, it's a lot of automation that's really making all this work. That's the main drop right here coming up, main break.
For the lick and dip. Let's go.
So there's another lead there. There's a bunch of little odds and ends. You can see all these little sounds right here. I'm not going to get into all these, but they're just a bunch of little synths just adding more character. And then there's a big lead right here, which is just a preset that I had that I just layered everything with once more. Ultimately though, the vocals, you know, Rebecca comes in and we have lots going on with these vocals as well. So I had some old vocals that I obviously wasn't using. This has been muted. We have these reverse reverb. This is just giving me a reverse reverb right here. This is a reverse reverb tail track. And then I'm just gonna play some of these lyrics. Let's turn these lyrics on. So there's a lot of delays and stuff that are automating to create these effects right here. And it's kind of a little secret of mine, but it all just uses Ableton stock plugins. You can get it done. You can get it done with the echo here. You can see what's happening, but you know, you'll have to figure out how to make that one on your own.
Told you.
Do you wanna go?
So with Rebecca, you know, I have just some de-essing. We recorded the vocals in Pro Tools. I always record there in another session. And she's so clean and so good, and we have it pretty dialed that I don't have to do a whole lot of processing with her. As you can see, I did put saturation, EQ'd her here, kind of know how she sounds.
I'm here for the lick and dip, slow it.
Oops.
I'm here for the lick and dip. Slow it down, then take a sip.
We've got
Feel the rhythm
a little
on
bit
my
of
lips.
reverb on
Tonight's
her.
the vibe, let's take a trip. Sweet like sugar, smooth like drip. Bassline
That's
heavy,
the dry
make
vocal.
it flip. Closer, closer,
Without
don't you slip.
without the
I'm
delays.
here for the lick and dip. I'm here for the lick and dip. Slow it down, then take a sip.
So you can hear pretty saturated, but then at the end of the track, we turned her kind of into this,
Do you wanna go?
yeah, this robot sound.
Do you wanna go?
So that is really just this Spectral Resonator.
Do you wanna go? Do you wanna go? Do you wanna go?
And that's a cool plugin, stock Ableton. If you want to
Pretty cool.
learn how to get that effect, that's what it is. Lastly, ultimately, it's just a bunch of little effects that kind of make up all the effects bus as it is, you know, downlifters, uplifters, impacts. Nothing out of the ordinary.
But a lot of them.
You know, quite a lot of little things. You can see on my screen what they all are. But, you know, That's what makes up this whole track. So that's it. That's the track breakdown.
Track breakdown, lick and dip.
I hope you guys enjoy the song. Track is out November 19th. Make sure to pre-save or stream and download it if it's out already.
All you producers out there, got a bunch of cool tricks from Freshcobar. Use those in your next tracks. Let us know what you think of them. I gotta be honest, this is gonna be hot. So be a part of it. Lick and dip.
Don't forget, drop us a comment. Let us know what you guys are thinking. And hope you enjoyed the track breakdown. We'll see you on the next one.
Take care, guys.
Peace.
Later.
Do you wanna go?